Hi, it's Peter Nixon speaking from the Potential Dialogue Institute studio here in Discovery Bay in Hong Kong. And I'm delighted to bring to you today details about the latest online version of the SDI, which those of you who have known our programs have recognized the red, green, blue triangle. Those of you who are new, let me introduce very quickly. PDI Online brings you the best practices that we've gathered around the world, working with over 600 organizations in 60 countries. And we bring it to you online for you to face the global problems that we're now facing. We do that using Zoom and the latest apps and software and social media that's available to us. It's done in a fun, interactive way with your cameras on. We talk to you, we ask you, we apply best practices and our experience to your situations, not theoretical. And we do this in a very cost-effective way because it is online and because we're in the midst of a pandemic. So contact us if you're interested in bringing this into your organization. But first, let me tell you what it's all about. 5 streams. We need to get along, we need to lead dialogue, inspire solutions, resolve differences, and drive results. Pretty basic stuff. But each of those 5 streams have 6 modules which you can choose from for us to tailor some interventions specific to your organization. Today, I want to tell you about the boxes that appear here in yellow. They are the 4 that are specific to the work of relationship intelligence that's now available online from Core Strengths. As a facilitator of this theory and these tools for over 20 years, some of you will recognize the paper-based edition of the red, green, blue triangle that we've used in the past. Some of you may also remember that there's a strengths portrait. We used to break these little stickers in squares and put them onto the triangle to identify what's most like you and what's least like you. As time evolved, they updated the paper editions and they've made the first edition online. But now they have the latest edition online, which is fantastic and does stuff that I've not seen done by any other online assessment. Before I show that to you in a brief video, just want to remind you, I've also taken the theory behind that Core Strengths to apply to my work in negotiation. Direct links between motives and tactics that people use in negotiation. Direct links between motives and what you ask for in the various stages of negotiation in terms of concession making and taking. And direct links between your motives and how you change in conflict and what does your team look like, especially here in Asia, where on the surface people might look a lot alike, but actually when you put the whole team into conflict like we're in now in the pandemic, recession and trade war and all the other problems like here in Hong Kong, people behave differently, and knowing how your team reacts is very important for you as a leader. Let me, if you're new to this or new to the latest edition of the online version of SDI, give you a video to introduce. I'll stand by and I'll interrupt the video halfway through just to come back and summarize.
The most effective teams and organizations stand out clearly from all the rest. They get more done. They get it done right. And their people interact productively, even in the face of challenges. That's because they're led by a manager who has created a culture of accountability. A culture where each person takes responsibility for deploying the right strengths in every workplace situation. But this brand of effectiveness doesn't happen all by itself. That's where Core Strengths comes in. Core Strengths is built on a powerful tool, the Strength Deployment Inventory. Developed over 40 years ago, the SDI has been taken by more than 2 million people in 28 countries around the globe. At Core Strengths, we know that effective teams and organizations integrate 3 critical priorities: people, performance and process. Similarly, every individual values and prioritizes people, performance, and process differently. How we integrate them, how much weight each has relative to the others, reveals who we are at our core, our motivational value system. This unique system influences our choices about which strengths to use, in which situations, and why. Let's take a simplified example of the strength of being quick to act. Suppose your SDI results show you as prioritizing performance more than people or process. Your intent in acting quickly might often be to seize opportunities before they're lost. If you prioritize people more, your reason for taking quick action might often be to support someone in need. If you prioritize process more, you may act quickly so you can leave enough time to complete a task. Same strength, different intentions for deploying it. And it works that way with all the strengths available to us. But you're not just managing yourself, you're managing a team or an organization. Core Strengths provides the manager level training you need to create a culture of accountability in your group.
So 28 strengths, and the online version of this tool does a fantastic job at not only getting you to answer the questions, but then integrating your answers. Completely different than the way we used to do it paper-based. And because of what they can do online, the results, which you get to look at even without any intervention from us, gives you a whole new level of information and feedback for you personally, as well as the other people in your team. So if you're interested, let us know. We'd like to help you out. You can reach us at potentialdialogue.com. And in the meantime, please remember, we're all going to be okay in this pandemic. So take care.